morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. My name is Cindy from San Diego, California. I hope you all had a good week. Welcome to our weekly Communities of Practice Sunday check-in session for half an hour of Dharma reflection and community connections. If you are a new member of our community, please accept our wholehearted warm welcome to you. We also welcome any questions and comments you have regarding the practice and topics. It is customary for people in Australia to begin any meeting by acknowledging the traditional owners of our land. I would like to start today by acknowledging the Dharawal people as the traditional owners of the land on which Nantian Institute resides. And I also acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which you are. And I pay my respects to the elders in the past, present, and emerging. The check-in sessions have been developed by our Communities of Practice team and the entire community. The purpose of these sessions is to develop a reflective practice in response to changes. Guided by humanistic Buddhism, we would like to cultivate our practices and to build memorable friendships. Last week, we had a moving discussion on how important it is to have a relationship with our body, to listen and to make time for our body. The mind and the body are all interconnected. To continue the discussions, Dr. Priscilla Wang will take us to a new topic today on illness. Over to you, Priscilla.
Thank you, Cindy. Auspicious greetings to everyone. Before we begin, let's do our usual routine though and settle in and check in with a short meditation. Position ourselves comfortably and let's gently close our eyes. Give a couple of seconds to scan through your body from top to bottom. Sense if any areas are tense. And if so, breathe in and out to relax that portion. Now let's start from the top of the head. Move down slowly and relax your forehead, your face, your lips. And now your neck muscles, the shoulders, arms, hands, fingers. Let the tensions go. Linger your attention on the organs of your chest and abdomen, the heart beating, lungs breathing, the stomach and abdomen rising and falling. Send gratitude and allow them to relax as they go about their work. Now finally to the back. Work your way down the spinal cord, one vertebra at a time. Relax your buttocks, thighs, calves, feet, and toes. Feel all tensions melting away. Now let's sit quietly for 1 minute and relax this whole body. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Checking in, we are ready for the session. Last week, we looked at different ways we perceive and relate to our bodies. This week, we will be exploring when our body experiences illness. Venerable Master Xing Yun tells us, if we want to know how to heal our bodies and diseases, we must first establish a correct perspective. If we become sick, we must learn how to befriend our illness. But like the Buddha told us in the First Noble Truth, illness is suffering. When things in our bodies go wrong, we experience pain, suffering, and fear. So how do we go about really establishing this correct perspective? How do we befriend our illness? In a famous Buddhist sutra, the great lay practitioner Vimalakirti is visited by one of the Buddha's disciples, Manjushri, and he's asked how to comfort a friend experiencing illness. Vimalakirti gave a few points of advice to us. Firstly, tell him about the impermanence of the body, but do not tell him to despise or turn away from the body. Here, Vimalakirti is asking us to understand that falling ill is a natural occurrence, but as we spoke about last week, to not neglect or reject when this happens, but to care and listen to our bodies. Vimalakirti also asks Manjushri, what is meant by the source of illness? It means having troublesome entanglements, and how does one cut them off? By realizing that there is nothing to grasp at. Those troublesome entanglements can be seen in many ways we perceive illness as humans. Can you think of some ways? I reflected that sometimes we completely avoid acknowledging illness or try and power through, treating it as a mere inconvenience. We commonly see illness as an enemy, either something that we have to fear and avoid at all costs, or something we need to fight, overcome, and win against. And perhaps most often we think it signifies a weakness in ourselves, and we can feel anger, shame, and grief. Vimalakirti asks us to see how much the pain and suffering of illness is caused by our very own thoughts and perceptions. Vimalakirti also says, tell him to use his own illness as a means of sympathizing with the illness of others, for he should understand their sufferings and think how he can bring benefit to all living beings. He's asking us to use our wonderful skill of compassion, firstly to ourselves, because illness is just hard. And we need to treat ourselves kindly before we can treat others kindly. But also, if we are able to understand and help another with his illness, it can also help us with our own. How many times have our greatest teachers been those who experienced illness? And how often has helping others also been beneficial for ourselves? In the breakout rooms ahead, I thought we could explore together these points from Vimalakirti and our own insights and journeys. So please do share some ways that you or others perceive illness, and consider how this impacts how we approach our own and others' illness. And secondly, how can we truly befriend illness? I look forward to hearing your insights. Over to you, Cindy.
Thank you, Priscilla. We will now be grouped into 3 to 4 members for the sharing and discussion session. In the discussion, we do recommend you spending a little bit of time to get to know each other and then discuss our questions. There will be some Zoom notifications to guide you. Feel free to let the flow of your discussions lead you through. Our sessions today are guided by metta, which is unconditional love and kindness for all sentient beings. Let's use these breakout sessions to express and receive loving kindness to and from one another. Let us take time to pause, to share, and to listen mindfully. We also ask you to share some of your findings with the larger group at the end of the breakout discussion. Let's go to our breakout rooms for a good discussion today. See you all back in 15 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back I hope you all had some nourishing discussions today about illness and shared some experiences. So I'd love to hear what you've discussed in your breakout groups. If you're feeling ready to just throw a few comments in the chat box. Our poster team puts these all into little posters that are sent out midweek to our whole community. So Lai Chit has got some mnemonics, I think Joey style, EAT, eat the illness. So that's wonderful, Lai Chit. Embrace, accept, and transparent. So being aware of the causes. So be kind and gentle with it. So I'm going to hand back to Xiaomeng and Cindy now, but keep writing in the chat. These are amazing comments and just wonderful to hear. So back to Xiaomeng and Cindy.
Thank you, Priscilla. We hope the check-in sessions was helpful to you, and we hope you experienced the unconditional love and compassion from this community. But for anyone who might be experiencing a greater need than what today could meet, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us at email@thebbep.org. You can also reach out to the professional organizations on the screen in countries where you reside. A kind reminder for anyone who might be interested in studying at NTI, the deadline to apply for the Xingyun Education Foundation scholarships of the second round is this next week, April 15th. So go for it and reveal your unlimited potentials with NTI. As we check out today, let's recite the dedication of merit together to send love and compassion to whoever is in need.
Let us now dedicate the goodness of what you have done to all living beings. May kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity pervade all worlds. May we cherish and build affinities to benefit all beings. May Chan, Pure Land, and precepts inspire equality and patience. May our gratitude and humility give rise to great vows.
I hope everyone enjoys the last half hour of Dharma reflection and community connections with old and new friends today. Thank you, Priscilla, for sharing with us the beauty of our body last week and this week on illness. Now we will have our usual post-check-in discussions, so please stay around if you have time. Otherwise, see you all again at 11 a.m. Australia time, where we will welcome Remy and Joyce for a new discussion. Remy will be sharing with us on a new topic, practicing with the I. I look forward to it, Remy. Thank you. And have a safe and wonderful week ahead, everyone.